Now on the Joseph's Beverage Center hotline is Mr. Mike Robinson from 4th and Goal Training. Mike, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Mike, thanks so much for being with us on R&R. I'm with the erudite sports editor of the Toledo Blade, Mr. Frank Corso. And this is a pretty cool thing. Frank and I were talking about it, Mike, prior to the show. And in a nutshell, basically, are you providing a venue for underclassmen in high school to be tested and to kind of get their name out there and get some stats and numbers on them so colleges can kind of get them in a reference file?
Yes. Pretty much what we're doing is we are hosting this combine knowing that there are other combines located across the state and other universities host them. You know, like the Nike Combine in Maslin. It's a good combine. It's going to be about 2,000 kids there, but at the same time, they're not going to be able to see every kid that comes.
Right.
So what we want to do is shine light here on these Toledo area athletes, because I mean you got good guys like Jamie Thompson who'll be attending, and other guys in the area, you know, who have, you know, that stature, that 4-star rating.
Sure.
And with that going on, you know, that's going to bring attention like Scout.com and Rivals, and we got about 20 different Division II and Division III schools coming to this combine. So, you know, that's going to boost these guys up, get these guys on recruiting boards, and teach them how to actually go through a combine, teach them the drills, so when they do go to a bigger combine, they'll know what they're doing.
Mike, is this by invitation only? Do people do they pay to go to this combine? How does it work?
Okay, for the combine, they can register online at fourthandgoaltraining.com, and it costs $40 if you register before the 27th. And you can register at the door for $50. And which these prices are very cheap, because you look at any other combine, they're looking at the $180 range. And what we're doing is bringing all these coaches here who are going to help out and get these guys noticed.
Hey, Mike, that's an interesting thing. It's out at Tam O'Shanter, and you're doing a great thing, and BCSN's proud to be associated with you, that you're bringing notice to these young people. Frank does it in his sports section. We try to do it on BCSN, but there's so many great kids that get missed. They just get flat out missed. And I think with this kind of 4th and goal training, you'll open some eyeballs. There's got to be every one of these things. There's got to be X amount of kids at a college scout said, "Whoa, wait a minute, we didn't know about him."
Yes, and that's the big thing. You know, I coach high school football here under Mike Bulkowski at St. Francis, and just being in the Toledo realm and seeing how high school football works here. You know, scouts will come in Toledo for about a day.
Right.
They might go to Cleveland and stay there for a week. You know, so what we're trying to do is create an outlet for kids to get recruited. You know, we do also provide training services, that are only $10. So we try to do things and bring coaches to our training sessions so they can see these kids, get a good look at them, get to meet them. And also this summer, what we're going to put together is a bus trip. We're going to take these guys to local colleges so they can, like local colleges and combines, and take them all on the bus, all the athletes here in Toledo who want to go, take them to a bus, let them train in front of these colleges, and provide an outlet like that to take some of the stress off some of these head coaches. We've been in about every high school in the city, and most coaches support us. You got support from Doug Pearson. You got support from Greg Dempsey. You got support from Whitmer staff. And a lot of these schools are starting to pick on board, and a lot of parents are starting to like what's going on because it's educating their kids on how to get recruited and be successful, not just on the field but off the field as well. We want these kids to go to school, and also, if they love football, play football at the Division I, II, or III level. It's the same football, and going to school for free is, the main thing that we want for these guys, to go to school, play football, and take a load off their coaches and their parents.
Yeah, it gives a lot of kids opportunities to get an education that maybe financially, couldn't do it. And Mike, what's the board of fare? I mean, when you're testing these kids, is it the basics, the 40, a shuttle deal, some weights? Can you actually throw, catch, kick, and do any of that stuff?
What we're actually going to do is we're going to do the 40-yard dash. Like I said, we're going to do shuttle, the L drill. We're going to do broad jump, vertical jump, and also we're going to set up a little bit of one-on-ones for the O-linemen, and we're going to do some one-on-ones with quarterbacks and receivers. Let these guys throw the ball, because that's what the college scouts want to see. They want to see these guys throw the ball, see how they move, how they react. So we're going to, entertain these scouts with some of that.
Mike, it's interesting how important these camps really are for kids. I give you, Schlereth, who's on ESPN, Frank, Schlereth played in the NFL for 13 years out of, what is he, an Idaho State guy? I believe it was Idaho State. He was a nobody at Idaho State. He only played his senior year. He was hurt all the other times. And there was one guy on the team that the NFL scouts wanted to look at and came in and tested. And every time the teams came in to test this guy, Schlereth called the guy and asked him if he could work out with him in front of the scouts. And he did, and every time he did it, he had a good workout, and the scouts remembered him, and that's how he got drafted. So, creating this awareness for these young kids, Mike, is a great thing, not only athletically but educationally for them.
Yes, and that's what we're all about. We're all about, just helping these guys become successful and better young men. We want to take these guys also in our program when we train them. They're getting trained by all former Division I athletes, Guys like Willis Behringer come out and help train these guys. Former Rockets. My partner, Skylar Constant, he was a 4-year starter at UT. And then there's people like that who's coming back to give back, and a lot of Rockets who are graduating now are coming back and getting on board to, help give back to these guys because they know how important it is, because most of us didn't have anything like this happen to help balance out the sports and help balance out the leadership so these guys can get a full course of life, from guys that's relatively the same age from them. We're only about 5-6 years out of these high school kids, and and I think that's important for them. It's important to be, to see somebody that's actually just finished what you're trying to get to, who's played that college ball or who graduated college, who are successful and doing things in their life. And for these kids, I think that when they come out and train with us, like last week we had Brogan Roback come out and train with us, and he came out and he loved it, and he thinks he's going to come out for the rest of these. He's probably going to make it to the combine, and and with that, with guys of such stature like that coming out and training with us, it's only bringing more light, because our thing is that when we train them, it's not just about the athletics. The athletics get you there. We have that service, but it's a post-practice where we talk about leadership, character building.
Right.
The assistant UT coach is going to come out and talk to these guys about leadership. Jaron Duhart from Central Catholic came out and talked to these guys about playing in the national championship at Division II level, and telling them how great football is, even playing at Division II level, and he's going to school for free. And bringing these guys back to talk to them about these good things, they love it. And the kids, they feed off of it. The parents love it every week. I have another parent who want to help out and help their kids get exposure, and it's a great thing. Deion Thompson with BCSN as well. He's helping out a lot, getting guys to be noticed and get them to the next level. And let's bring some attention back to Toledo football. Let's get these kids some scholarships and get these kids in school.
Mike Robinson, 4th and Goal training, going to be out of Tam O'Shanter. BCSN's proud to be aligned with you. Thanks so much. You're doing a great job helping kids in our community, Mike. Frank and I applaud you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Our pleasure. We're going to go to break. Be back with Corso Czar and our